The road from Belhaven is, in a very loose way, another family story. It's based on my great grandmother, Lizzie Craig, and her gift for second sight. She could read the future, tell the future. It never seems to have done her much good being able to read the future, but all her family seemed to have agreed that this was a talent that she had. And I was very fascinated by that. And the Road from Belhaven is really my COVID novel, in that I suddenly discovered in March 2020 that I was not going to be able to go back to Scotland anytime soon. And so, sitting here in Cambridge, Massachusetts, I thought I've got to write a novel that allows me to go to Scotland every day. And what better place than a farm in the Kingdom of Fife? And what better time than the 1880s, long ago and far away? The second part of the 19th century in Scotland, as in America, was the great age of industrialization. And that really changed things for many, many people. If you were living in the country or on a farm, suddenly you could leave home. You could leave home and earn money, not a great deal of money, but a little bit. And so I wanted my character, my heroine, Lizzie Craig, to have certain possibilities that she could not have had at an earlier time. And I wanted to show both the pleasures of the countryside, but that running a small farm was incredibly hard work, and everything could be going well, and one rainstorm and a year's work is gone. I myself have so far not inherited second sight, so I did interview or talk to some people who can claim to read the future, and I tried to use some of what they told me about how it felt when this happened, these moments when they slipped between the teeth of time, as one person put it. I thought it was really interesting, and I tried to give that sense that some of the things Lizzie Craig sees are important and crucial, but some of the things she sees are quite ordinary. Having a new hat. I'm very committed to plot, so I do tend to work in a mostly linear way. But I think in this case, there was a lot of doubling back and forth as I tried to figure out just how to pace the book, because I was very committed to the book covering almost 10 years, but also managing to be quite a short book. I didn't want it to feel boggy or baggy, like some of the 19th century novels I love. And I really wanted Lizzie's romantic interest to transport her in a number of ways. After writing about the farm in considerable detail, and I spent a lot of time myself on a farm as a child, near the boys' private school, it was a pleasure to think about Glasgow in the 19th century, Glasgow as an industrial powerhouse, a city with a university that was founded, I believe, in the 1400s, the huge shipyards providing employment for so many people, the city expanding all the time, the enormous Singer sewing machine factory, for instance. So there was something wonderful about thinking about Glasgow in its heyday. I think one of the things that's so fascinating about the cities is how, just walking a single street, you encounter so many different lives and so many different stories. In the countryside, Lizzie knows everybody she meets, and they know her. But once she comes to the city, she can be anonymous or she can be a different person. She can watch people and see them behaving in surprising ways. And in fact, I did a great deal of research on Glasgow at that time, and many of those pages actually ended up in recycling because I didn't want the reader to get too distracted from what Lizzie's main story is. happily, I was able to look at many photographs of 19th century Fife and 19th century Glasgow, and um, the National Library of Scotland has many of the newspapers of the time are available. So there are wonderful records.